Tao. Concentration is feverish and energy flows in all directions. This you have to understand. Energy has no specific direction to move. It simply enjoys flowing all over in all the directions. We create conflict because we say, this is good to listen to and that is bad. This is how we go. If you are doing your prayer, this you consider good. And if a child starts laughing or making noise, this is a disturbance because you cannot conceive of a simple awareness in which prayer continues and the child goes on laughing and there is no conflict between the two, the prayer and laughing of the child. Instead, they are part of a bigger whole. Try this. Be totally alert and totally aware. Do not concentrate, and there is no need of concentration. Concentration brings tiredness. You feel tired because you are forcing energy naturally in one particular direction. Simple awareness includes all. When you are passive and non-doing, then everything happens around you, nothing disturbs you, and nothing bypasses you. Everything happens and you know, you witness it. A dog barking, a car passing on the street, a child giggles. All these are happening around you and these do not disturb you in any way. A noise comes, it happens to you, it moves within you, then it passes. Just like a car passes on the street, for a moment it is there, then it disappears. If the moment the car is passing in front of you and a sound is heard, you can focus it and allow it to disturb you as a thought. And you remain as you were. Just as in empty room, if there was no one here and traffic would go on passing, the noise would come in the room while the car is passing on the street, then it would pass and the room would become quiet, unaffected again, as if nothing has happened. In passive awareness, you remain unaffected. Dog is not barking continuously. Barks, then there is a gap. A car passes, there is a noise, then there is a gap. This is like music. Between two notes, there is a gap. A note comes in and then a gap is followed. Together, the notes and gap create a synergistic harmony, and that is what music is. That is what music is. Everything goes on happening, just passing you, just passes you, but never touches you. You hear the sound of the dog barking, or giggle of the child, or the car passing on the street. While it is the noise is the sound is audible for a certain moments, and then it disappears, and then it dissolves. You remain unconcerned. In feverish concentration, everything touches you, impresses you, and disturbs you. And naturally, we claim that when we are going to meditate, we tell everybody, do not disturb, we are going to meditation, as if you are doing an obligation to me. In order for your meditation to begin, everyone has to make an effort. The children had to stop their natural activities. The dogs have to stop their natural activities. The vehicles passing, and so many others. The raindrop falling on the ceiling or galvanized roof. You want all these to stop, and only then you can meditate. You go on remaining when this happens. It is there for a moment, then it passes, and you are passively aware, not concentrating, not focusing yourself, just being there, and nothing conditions you. Then you do not accumulate any impression, you do not accumulate any impressions in you, and you will not consider giggle of the child or the barking of the dog is a disturbance. You go on remaining virgin, pure, unscarred, nothing touches you. If one can be passively aware, he passes through the world, but world never passes through him. You are in the world, but world is not in you. One Zen monk, Bokuzu, used to say, go and cross the stream, but do not allow water to touch you. This is paradoxical. Go and cross the stream, but do not allow the water to touch you. And there was no bridge over the stream near his monastery. When you are crossing the stream through the bridge, it's a different story. So you have to walk through the stream to reach to the other side. Many would try, but then they crossed. Of course, the water would touch them. I am talking about there is a physical touch, there is a psychological touch. Water will touch you physically, but at the same time, it touches you psychologically and disturbs you. When water touches you while you are crossing the stream, your physical body gets wet. But deep within, there is no psychological effect or disturbance. Many would try, but when they crossed, of course, the water would touch them. So one day, one monk came and said, "You give us puzzles. We try to cross the stream. There is no bridge. If there was a bridge, of course, we would have crossed, and the stream and the water would not have touched." You have to understand the message of the masters, of the awakened ones. These are symbolic, and through symbols, deeper message is given. Remember, when you are passing through the stream, there are two effects. One is the physical, it will wet you, your clothes and everything. But this wetness will disturb you psychologically as well. So when Bokuzu is talking about pass through the stream, but do not let it touch you, it means, it implies psychological touch. The monk said, there is no bridge and you give us puzzles. If there was a bridge, of course we could have crossed the stream and water would not have touched us. But we have to pass through the stream and water will definitely touch us. So Bokuzu said, I will come and I will cross and you watch. And Bokuzu crossed. Of course, water touched his feet and they said, look, the water has touched you. Bokuzu said, as far as I know, it has not touched me. I was just a witness. The water was touching my feet, but not me. Water was touching me. You are passing through the busy marketplace. Whatsoever things are happening, whatsoever things you are seeing, people passing on the street, you see them. But these do not disturb you in any way. Put it this way. If while passing on the street to go to meet your spouse or your first dating, so your thoughts are totally engrossed in going and meeting or that first dating. So you will remain whatsoever you are seeing while passing on the street, the people passing on the street, the disturbance, the smell of the food, the different items displayed in the showcases of the window of the shops will not disturb you. So Bokuzu said, I will come and I will cross and you watch. Bokuzu crossed the stream. Of course, water touched his feet and they said, look, the water has touched you. Bokuzu said, as far as I know, it has not touched me. Deep within, psychologically, it has not touched me. I was just a witness. I was engrossed into the thoughts of meeting, our first dating with the spouse. The water was touching my feet, but not me. What is this, my feet and me? The feet as you pass through the stream are getting wet. You can consider this as a disturbance, or you can remain unaffected by it, a witness. Then you are just a witness. Then passive alertness. With witnessing, you pass through this world, you are in the world, but the world is not in you. You are in the world, but not the world in you. Live your life as if you are passing through everything, are aware of all that is happening around you, but you are a witness to it. It is not touching you. The smell of the food coming to your nostrils, you are aware of it. It can happen two things. The food, the smell of the food reaches your nostrils and you start thinking. A thinking process begins. That I am going to meditate, but this smell I am getting of the delicious food, and this will be disturbing to you. This will be disturbing to you. You may want to know. You cannot be witness to it. You are seeing somebody passing on the street, very attractively dressed. Your attention will go and many thoughts will arise in you. And these thoughts that are arising, seeing that person attractively dressed, you will feel disturbed. A car passing on the street, the noise is there, it touches you. It can disturb you or you can remain a witness to it. You are meditating, a child giggles, laughs, and that can disturb you, or you can remain unaffected. Energy flows in all directions, and if you are a witness, it will not disturb you in any way. You enjoy everything, just as the notes and the gap between the notes. Both are important. And when these two float together in harmony, then what you hear is music. There is ascending notes and descending notes. All these things are part of the music. So remember, concentration is feverish and energy flows in all directions. You are in the world, but the world is not in you. Enough for now.